Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where I share my passion for budgeting as well as the mom and work-life balance. Today I'm giving you guys an update on where we are at with our loans and how close we are to hopefully being debt-free. Alright, let's get to it. 4 years ago, my husband and I started on our debt-free journey where we basically took all of his income and lived off of that, and then we used my income to pay off debts. When we started that journey, we were approximately about $110,000 in debt. However, since then we have had to buy another car, and that has racked up our total debt to $132,000. Overall, we were paying off our debt pretty consistently and able to live on the money that we were getting, and it felt like we weren't really sacrificing to pay off debt, which was comfortable. However, as the urge came and I wanted to have my son, Ben, and we decided to get my master's, we really had to crack down on expenses and truly start paying off our debt. My master's cost about an additional $15,000 that we paid out of pocket. Overall, we have also saved up for our house, which was approximately $42,000 out of pocket with a down payment as well as closing costs. Over the last 4 years though, we have been able to pay off almost $100,000. We've paid off approximately $98,000. We have about $36,000 left to go, and we are so close to just being done with our debt, of course, besides the mortgage. In order to pay off our private loans, which I did successfully pay off in December, our last private loan, and I'm no longer co-signed with my parents on any debt, we used the debt avalanche method where we used our highest interest rate and paid those off first. This actually worked in our favor once the pandemic hit because our federal loans no longer had interest on it. And since we saved those for last, we were actually able to put more towards that over the last few months. With this in mind, we still have a little bit ways to go, $36,000, and ultimately I feel like we could get this done by December of 2022, which is honestly right around the corner. I can't believe how far we've come and the sacrifices we've made to pay off this debt. I know we did splurge on things and we do use living expenses, and sometimes we have higher months than lower months, but by really dedicating our money towards our debt, I know, even though it doesn't seem like now, we will be able to just have a breath and not be concerned about if we're going to be able to afford something for my son, or when we have baby number 2, no matter how long I want to take maternity leave, we'll be able to afford it. Going forward with the $36,000 that we have left, we are going to switch from the debt avalanche to the debt snowball method. When it comes to the debt snowball, this is where you pay off your smaller your smaller loans first and then build up to the larger ones. My husband and I thought about it, and we just figured get as many debts paid off as possible now that we have the higher interest rates done, especially since right now there are no interest rates and we could possibly pay off all of our debt before there are interest rates, or only have 1 month of interest rates on our federal loans. Overall, even though there was sacrifices, I feel like paying off our debt was the best decision we could make. And we're still in this journey, so I hope you follow along, subscribe, do all that. I post monthly about our upcoming budgets, and then I also post a budget report, which honestly has kept me very accountable to our budget and has been in the back of my mind whenever I'm spending money, like, people are gonna see how I spent this money, which honestly shouldn't affect how I spend money. However, it has helped us truly be true to our budget, and even though we had random expenses come up, we are prepared for them, and it's not really a sacrifice. The idea of sinking funds just has saved our lives over and over and over again, and I would have never thought about sinking funds if it wasn't for different budget YouTubers like Budget Mom or Marissa Lida, and I'm very grateful for them and what they have done and shared in order for me to be able to share what we're doing with our debt-free journey. I hope you guys stay with us as hopefully June comes and we no longer have student loans, and hopefully as December approaches we can pay off our car. This would be great because hopefully we will be having baby number 2 end of 2022 or beginning of 2023, and then I can take as long of a maternity leave from teaching as I want and really just be with my family during that time without the worry of money in the background. So this was kind of short and simple. We've paid off almost $14,000 in the last 6 months, and that does not include my husband's raise that he's gotten and my raises that I'll be gotten. We have paid for my master's program. We've paid for 1 full car. We've gone from $132,000 of debt down to about $36,000, and hopefully it'll be left in 2022, and going on to 2023 we'll be completely debt free. Subscribe, hit the notification button if you want to see if we make it, and keep me accountable. If you see me spending money on my budgets, you're like, hey, why is that category so large? Comment below and just be like, hey, don't forget your goal. Sometimes being reminded of goals is helpful when trying to succeed and accomplish them. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.